Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
You, hi, you are in Aurora, Ontario.
Yeah, just north of Toronto.
Nice. And you live on a farm?
I do. I'm very lucky. My husband's a large animal veterinarian and he's the veterinarian for the farm. It's a horse farm.
Nice. So, and you're going to be one of our storytellers on Bodies of Stories number 5 this Sunday. So I wanted to ask you a few questions so that people can see that our storytellers are real humans and sort of to know a bit more about your background and what got you into personal storytelling. So what got you into personal storytelling?
um, so, I mean, what got me into it was I was taking classes at Second City, and I've been really into stand-up comedy for the past couple of years, and I love doing that. But I kind of wanted to see how I could incorporate storytelling into stand-up and also just as its own craft. And so I took a class at Second City, which I loved, and I got partway through another class and it was canceled due to COVID. But so that's kind of like the immediate what got me into it. But kind of leading up to all of that is my own story. I'm a veterinary cancer surgeon, so I treat cancer in animals, and I got thyroid cancer and actually kind of knew that's what I had because of what I do. I felt a lump in my neck and was able to kind of work through that, and that actually led to me writing a lot about the experience and everything I was going through. I was very lucky because I was able to get a book published. It's called Lucky Dog, and it's about my story. And I just learned how much I love telling stories, and I love bringing humor into stories, even if they're challenging stories. And it really kind of put me on the path of pursuing writing courses and learning at the Second City.
So talking about, speaking of Second City, for those of us who are not familiar with Second City, can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, from my own experience, I mean, I wasn't part of the conservatory. It was just me taking classes because I wanted to learn. And at the time I was living in Gainesville, Florida, working at the University of Florida as a faculty member at the vet school. And there's not a lot of culture in Gainesville, Florida. I don't know if you've been there, but so for me, trying to pursue, stand up and improv, there's really not much that you can do in that city. But I found Second City online, and so I started taking a lot of classes online, and decided I wanted to come back to Canada for a few different reasons. I came back in fall 2017, so you can probably think of some reasons why I might want to come back to Canada at that time. And then I was really excited to be in the Toronto area because I could take classes in person at the Second City in Toronto.
And so you did some improv, some stand-up, and you still do stand-up, even though it's a bit complicated with lockdown right now. But how do you feel about moving from stand-up to storytelling, even though you might not completely leave stand-up, but moving into a different art form?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. This will be my first live show other than what I did in my class. So I'm really excited about the opportunity. I think they're related, but they're their own, each of them are their own skill set. I do think the Zoom is really amenable, maybe more to the storytelling. Stand-up is really hard on Zoom. I think everyone's trying to figure it out. I hope I can still keep doing both in some form. And I also do a lot of public speaking as a surgeon, in my profession. And I think any skills you can bring into that type of a forum when you're doing continuing education for professionals, just to try to make it not boring and try to engage people, bring in stories and humor to help veterinarians to learn. I'm also really excited about that.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to for people to hear your story. It's a lovely one. And so I'll see you on Sunday.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.